What does the fort have coming up for this year's 1812 festivities?
Well, of course, this year in 1812, for the same year. I know it's a bicentennial year. Here at the fort, it's still our bicentennial, but our big date, of course, is going to be 2014. It's not to slow us down at all. What we are going to do is our siege weekend, which is coming up on August 10th, 11th, and 12th, which is only a couple weekends away. It's going to be fairly big, as usual. We're quite lucky with our volunteers here. Already got just over 500 registrations. They're all ready to come out and participate this year. So the field will be busy, the explosions will be big. It's going to be a great show. Something that you're definitely not going to want to miss, because not only do we have all the people here to volunteer, there's things happening all day on the Saturday, which is the 11th, and it starts right from 11 o'clock in the morning to almost 11 o'clock at night, because we have 3 battles going on during the day, one at 8 o'clock at night, and that's our evening battle, which is our biggest. And if you ever just have one battle to come see that day, come see the 8 o'clock show. And then afterwards, we do a candlelight tour inside of the fort during the night, and it gives everybody the opportunity to see what happens just inside after a battle. So there's things like officers talking about prisoner exchanges, surgeons working on wounded, and it is just a great show.
What was the fort able to do with the funding it received from the government?
Well, main important thing, we got a little bit of TLC to our fort itself, so some of the stuff that we have around here got a little bit more of that tender loving care, some repairs, and just making it look a whole lot better. But not only that, we got some nice funding for new facilities, including a new welcome center and museum up top. It gives us that great kind of chance to update our facility in a sense of having some climate control for our artifacts, and giving our folks a good chance to get out there as a welcome center to greet some people. And our snack bar is updated. They've always served really great food. It just gives them that opportunity to continue that as well.
Why is the American flag flying over the fort?
We have a little bit more of a focus here at the fort itself. Once we got our kind of renovations and things done here at the fort, it kind of gave us a focus. We actually now can focus on the siege that happened here at Fort Erie, which lasts from July the 3rd to November the 5th of 1814, which is why you'll see new siege lines out there, which is where the Union Jack is flying. And of course, over our fort, as you mentioned, now the Stars and Stripes are flying. And it gives us to talk about everybody who actually fought here. So we talk about the Americans, the Canadians, the Native warriors, and the British that fought here at the fort itself.
What can visitors expect when they visit Old Fort Erie?
First thing they're going to expect is to bump into our great staff. We have great tour guides here. Prior to the tour, they will see a 13-minute show. It gives them a little bit of a update on what happened here in 1814. After the show, the guides will bring them down through our trench works and into the fort here. We also have demonstrations. So we do everything from firing muskets, rifles, we fire cannons and mortars. Every once in a while, you never know when there's going to be a little skirmish or a battle breaking out, or somebody might even just attack the fort and we have to take them prisoner. All that happens here on a daily basis.
Does Fort Erie get involved in any of the other reenactments or events? And what's coming up after the siege at Fort Erie?
We do things like a play happening just outside and talking a little bit, which I believe you've seen before as well. We do things such as murder mysteries coming through. We're going to have one just in, I believe, the second weekend in September. And we have ghost tours of usual, because a little place like this and a lot of stuff happening, I mean, it's the bloodiest battlefield in the history of Canada. So a lot of guys lose their lives, and it's only right that some of them are going to still be here watching over the place. And we talk about them here as well.